Maui Mastermind Coaching. This is a multi-$1,000 benefit that you have access to, that you are probably not using. Maui Mastermind is actually a woman who lives in Maui, Hawaii, and she is a leadership coach, and she puts on these retreats every year that people pay thousands and thousands of dollars to come and learn how to become great leaders. And she does this follow-up online coaching, including all kinds of videos that she has done as part of mastermind groups. And it is a $2,400 value every year that is given to you free. But you probably don't know about it, because the way you find out about it is you go on the website under My NAWBO, and there's a whole bunch of boxes, and that's one of the boxes you need to check. One of the things National NAWBO does not do that other professional organizations do is they don't push their benefits at you. And I think they're trying to be respectful of the fact that we're so busy and we might not want to be flooded with all these emails. The problem with that, of course, is we don't know what we're going without. But this is huge. And you can see that I just listed a few of the things that she said she can help you with. Expanded sales, building a board of directors, obtaining loans, negotiating credit, leveraging the fact that you are a woman-owned business, that kind of thing. Mentor Cloud is something that sounds like the Maui mentoring, but it's not, it's separate. This is coming, it's not here yet, but it should be here in just a couple months by the end of spring. And it's going to be a mentoring structure where all NAWBO members can mentor each other. It will be an ongoing dialogue. They're very, very excited about this. So now is a great time to get involved. Remember, not only will you have access to the combined expertise and experience of all your NAWBO sisters all over the country, but you'll also be making all those contacts. You know, that's where business can happen. When you say, ooh, somebody might need my service, and you reach out to them. Today's speaker is going to talk to us about publicity. And we all know that one thing that gets you publicity is when you win an award. You can't apply for what you don't know. And so one of the things that NAWBO National is very good about is it will push out information to you about awards that you might want to apply for as a small business. And I'm not just talking about NAWBO awards that might have, you know, somewhat of a limited publicity value. I'm talking about awards like Inc., Entrepreneur, Cartier. Right now there is a Women's Initiative Award by Cartier that they're pushing. I think the deadline is like in 2 days. But what they do is NAWBO will send you emails and information with a link. You click right on it, the application comes up. It just makes it so easy for you. It's kind of like, you know, the lottery. You can't win if you don't buy the ticket, okay? And you don't even have to win it if you just are entered into it. That's got some publicity value, and especially if you become a finalist. You don't have to win the whole big kahuna to have something to be able to say. Conferences. NAWBO puts on an annual conference. Many of your board went this year because it was in Miami, so it was nice and convenient. They're not very expensive conferences, frankly, a couple $100, something like that. The next one is in Indianapolis in September. And I can tell you that they have different tracks. So whatever it is you have an interest in, if it is social media, if it is obtaining capital, if it is whatever it is, there are lots and lots of different breakout sessions. So you're going to be covered. And it's a very good opportunity for networking as well. But NAWBO also has affiliations with other organizations that put on very good conferences, and you get discounts because you're a NAWBO member. For example, the Geek Girl. Some of you have heard that. Geek Girl Tech Conference coming up. You get a 20% discount for that if you're a NAWBO member. The Go for the Greens is an annual conference that NAWBO co-sponsors. I've been twice. It's always here in Orlando at Disney. And if you've been reading our newsletters recently, you've seen my articles where I talked about some of the things that we learned. You see the wide variety of information there. But the thing that's really cool at Go for the Greens, y'all, is they have like speed dating, except it's not about men. It's about suppliers. They have, these big companies, not just government entities, but also large companies with their suppliers and their buyers right there. And you can talk to them for 15 minutes. Wonderful thing. Again, where are you going to have access to that? Just made for you. All you do is walk in, make an appointment, sit down, talk to these folks. Now, if you are on the NAWBO website at all, you're going to see TIAW, and you're going to say, what in the world is that? It is an affiliation group. It is for the International Alliance for Women. If you have an interest in going global, if you would ever think you might want to go on one of those trade mission trips, this is how you go, okay? It's not going to be through NAWBO itself. It's going to be through them. And some of our former members have taken advantage of this and gone on some of these trips, these trade trips, and it's wonderful. So if you even think about stepping out a little bit, let somebody help you, and it's all set up for that. NAWBO is starting something called a CEO boot camp. And it's free to you, absolutely free. You just got to get there. Now the first one, they're rolling it out this very month. It's in LA. But it's still free if you can get there. But they're going to do it other places as well. But think about this. You're going to have top experts in a weekend basically teach you how to be a great business person. For free. For free. This is kind of cool. Publicity. We all know that you can live or die by publicity. We're going to learn about that today. But we all know that it's hard to be a one-person publicity for yourself. And also we have some of us that we try to be humble, or at least pretend we are, right? And so it's a little difficult sometimes to present ourselves in the way that we should. You probably didn't know this, but as a member of National, you have access to the PR Newswire Small Business Web Release Plus, which means they will send out press releases for you. You click on, there's a format, you fill in your information, you hit submit, and off it goes to 5,000 websites and news media. Now, who knows what might come of that? You could get a radio interview, to talk about your business. You could get, who knows what that might be. But again, it's like the lottery. You can't win if you aren't playing. And this is free. This is a several $100 a year feature that otherwise you would have to be paying for. If you go onto the National NAWBO website, one of the tabs is Resource Center. And I want you to see all the stuff that's under it. For example, do you need disaster preparedness help? Have you even considered this? What would you do if your computers went down? What would you do if there was a flood? There's a whole toolkit to walk you through this. Look at all the things that are on here. Wells Fargo Online Library. There is a library, y'all, of hundreds of short videos on every business topic you can imagine, from marketing to sales to leadership, strategic planning, everything you can ever imagine. You have access to all of those little videos. Just go click on them and watch them. Interestingly, Wells Fargo was the first banking institution to create an educational institute. And they did it back in the 80s, specifically for women business owners, working with NAWBO. Now, since they've created others for Hispanic business owners, for African American, etc., but it all started with us. So guess whose library is the most robust? Ours. Some of the things that you also see down here is Articles Library. I wanted you to pull this up. When you click on Articles Library, look at the categories of articles that they have put together for you. I mean, everything from finance to